and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a carrot, potato and leek soup. So to start with, I put butter in the pan and I'm going to cut up the leeks and fry them in the butter. So you can see me chopping up my veggies. First I'm going to chop up the leeks. You're going to cut the end bits off. So that bit there is pretty simple. And then there's a few different ways to cut leeks, but for now I'm just going to cut about there off. Hopefully that should be alright. Usually need to clean it a bit. That's a bit dirty. I mean, we'll cut that bit off. I've got about this much of the leek left. And I can chop this up real quick into kind of small little slices. And whilst I do that, I need to turn the pan on so I can start melting the butter. I'm going to put these in the pan. Right, I'm going to cut up the second leek. I'll take the edge off there. And then go there. Oh no, it's got fox poo in it, so I need to cut that bit off. Sometimes leeks have fox poo in, so a little bit of fox poo, a bit of mud. So always cut that bit out or wash it out and then use the bits that you can. Now we're going to cut up some carrots. I'll use 2 leeks. And then I'm going to use maybe three carrots maybe. I'll see how the carrots go on. And then see how... you don't really need to peel the carrots. And then with the potato, I leave the skin on the potato. So while we're doing this, the leeks are starting to cook in the pan. So butter's melting. It's only on a low heat. It's only on 2 at the moment, I think. You know what, I think I'm going to have to do 4 carrots because that other one was so small. There we are, show my carrots. Rudolph's coming for some carrots. Even though it's not Christmas. And over here you should have some melted butter, which smells lovely, with the leeks. So give them a good stir in. You see the melted butter there. And cook the leeks gently until it smells aromatic. We also need to chop up this potato. Now I've seen the leeks and they're cooking. So while they're cooking, I'm going to chop up this potato. I've now turned the heat up from 2 to 3, and that should just cook them nicely. And I want to get the potatoes into cubes, or roughly cube size, maybe that kind of size. I've got the leeks are still frying. And while those leeks are frying, why not add in the carrots? And now my dad's going to pour the water in for me because I am disabled. Should be enough, thank you. And then you want to throw your stock cube in as well. There's a few different ways you can do it, but it should be fine. And here you can see I've got the leek and the potato in. I've got the carrot and I've got the hot water and the stock in. And if you put them in that order, it said to work alright. And then I mix the stock in whilst the water's in the pan instead of wasting like another jug mixing the stock in. So you want the water to just kind of come up to about halfway up the pan maybe, or so it just covers the veggies, and then we're going to put the lid on and leave it for about half an hour. Ta-da! And I'll be back in half an hour. It's been cooking for about half an hour, so I'm just going to give it a quick stir. Yeah, it's pretty much done now. Oh, how that's hot. See the steam coming out, it's very hot. Right, so I'm going to cover that over and take it off the heat. Turn that off. Put this off the heat. And I'm going to wait for it to cool down and then we'll whiz it. And now me and my mum are going to whiz up the soup using a whizzy thing. Until it's nice and smooth. Ooh. All the bits of carrot. It's nice to have a chunky carrot soup. Just give it a stir. Maybe a bit more if you can. Thank you. And give it a nice. And here we have a nice leek, carrot, and potato soup. Let's give it a good stir and a good zoom in. There we are. Lovely. And we'll serve that up later. A little bit of milk in and some bread. It's going to be lovely.